Good morning. So today is January 22nd and it is 10:10 a.m. in the morning. So today I wanted to focus on a couple of things. First is about the looking for positive in every situation and in everything. So that is one of my affirmation that I have been doing for a long time. And with affirmation, if you have done it before, you know that over time, that really helps us. Sorry, I'm still fixing my tripod. Affirmation can really help us. Sometime you may not see the impact right away, but over time, it becomes a habit, like it gets ingrained in you in a way that whenever in a situation that creates some sort of adversity, then you look for the positive in that. So I'm gonna tell you a story. So Napoleon Hill, I have talked about Napoleon Hill on this channel a few times, and seems like some of you know about Napoleon Hill from the comments as I see it, and that makes me happy. So Napoleon Hill was, if you didn't know, he wrote a book. He wrote many books, but this was his most popular, Think and Grow Rich, back in 1937. And that book is still referred by many people. You can look it up. It's called Think and Grow Rich, and 13 principles for leadership, success in any walks of life, whatever you're doing. And he wrote that book. Those success principles are written by, he interviewed 500 very successful people. One of those few of these 500 people were Abraham Lincoln, Edison, Gandhi, and many others. Anyway, so he says that every adversity brings with it a seed. Let me tell you the exact, because if I don't say it exact, it might not resonate with you as much. Every adversity brings with it a seed. I always remember it, but I don't remember exactly how he said it, but okay. This is how he said it. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. I'll read it one more time. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Now, the seed is always there, the positive seed. However, we need to be looking for it. So I'll give an example from very recent things. So about a week, 1 or 2 weeks ago, you saw that I was very excited about my coaching thing that I am officially starting, that I was coaching already a few friends, and I'm very excited. However, in the last several days, I was doing something that I needed to do, so my excitement excitement level went down a little bit. You guys might have noticed that in the videos, especially in the morning journaling. And so this morning, I'm in a little bit better state. So this morning, I kept looking for that positive seed. And this is not a life-changing story, but however, our life actually changes when we do these little changes in a normal situation. Because in our life, the big changes happens only a few times, right? In a year, you may have life-changing thing happening only once or twice. However, what shapes our life is the day-to-day event, how we do or what we do in our day-to-day event. So the positive seed was there. And then I was like, okay, how do I look for the positive in this situation? So this morning, I again felt very excited, and I got back in the zone where I was. And now, why is this important? Because we want to live in that high frequency zone, and that's the low frequency zone. So there will be things that will be happening throughout the day, throughout the week or month, whatever, and which will try to pull us down. Now, more we can get ourselves up from here to here, no matter what happens, right? It strengthens the line, meaning think of it as that if there is a field, green grasses, and you keep walking on that, you want to create a path, so you keep walking on that green grass, or you can think of a meadow, right? You're walking 100 steps from one point A to point B. Every time something happens, you're like, no, I'm going to go from here to here because this is the happiness zone and this is the sad zone. I'm going to keep walking there. Sometimes I would want to walk there, and sometimes I'd be like, I don't know, but I will still walk there. And then the grass is dry. You create a path. So you can imagine in that green meadow, the path is that 100 step. The path is like eventually it gets created. The grasses are not there anymore. And you can see the dirt, right? So it becomes so strong. Then next time when you go, you just see the path, right? Next time you just go, you can visualize that whole thing, right? So this is what gets created in our brain. And I'm not saying that you can look it up, that's how it works, because more we do that, the path in our brain becomes so strong. So this morning, that's what I was thinking, that I have been doing this for like very long time, but on the camera in this channel, I've been doing this for 8 months now. You guys know I started last May, end of May, on Memorial Day weekend. And so then it becomes a habit. So, and every time, because there will be various things in life that will bring you down here. And no matter whatever the situation is, there will be a variety of situation. If you can pull yourself up here, pull yourself up here, no matter what you do, then more variety of situation that'll happen, because in the future also there will be those things. And your default will become like, oh, I walk this 100 step and the path is already there. You can call it formula, you can call it recipe, whatever resonates with you. You know that there is a positive seed. And that's what happens with the practice and the thing, like Napoleon Hill said. Every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. However, we need to be looking for the seed. If we just think that, okay, the seed is there, it'll just, fall on my lap, it's not going to happen. We need to be looking for it, right? It's almost like how they say opportunity may knock your door, but you need to open the door. Otherwise, the opportunities may come, knock on your door, and walk away, because you need to be opening the door to see the opportunity. So I don't know how much it resonated with you, but think of in your life from the past when things happened. If you made it to your 40s, I can guarantee you had things, you fell, and then you had to pick yourself back up. There's sometime you had help, where you had friends helping and family helping, and there were a lot of times you had to do it all by yourself, right? You had to do it all by yourself, because if you have reached to midlife, and again, midlife can be however way you define. It can be from 30s, it can be from 40s, wherever. You have had enough experiences in life where you had to pull yourself back up. Remember those times. how did you do it? Now, at this stage of life, you have more ways to apply it to whatever you're going through right now. Apply those same things, because for different people, different thing works, but it is important to find out our own strength. Because sometimes, like they say, that, strength is built, but not doing the things that are easy to do. Strength is built by the things we think that we can't do, but we have done it. You have done it something in the past. And I have seen one comment yesterday. I'm yet to respond to that. I haven't had the chance with a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to respond to you. If you're watching this video, I think I have seen in the comment that you have mentioned you are anxious. I don't know your name, otherwise I would say with your name. I saw your comment that you're anxious and you're isolated. Try your best not to stay isolated. Again, this is not a advice from medical perspective, so don't take it from that way, but I am just going to share it from my own experience, because my whole goal in this channel is to reduce some pain and suffering that people go through in this life, because there's no point living here, and you want to live here, right? And nobody can see the path you have traveled, because all of us, and this is something that I keep sharing in this channel, because I haven't heard it this way in anywhere else, but when I had this realization, and this also actually happened from one of the realization that there was some adversity. I won't go to that story now. I'll share another time if you're interested. 8 billion people in this world. We have all 8 billion way of looking at things, and the path that we have traveled, only we know. There is 8 billion unique journeys. And even in my own house, my daughter and I, even though we have the same house, same everything, her perspective of life and my perspective of life and my perspective of her life is different. It is all because the way we grow up, all the experiences that we have in our life. But what I know, even without knowing the details in your life, that there are things you have overcome in the past. Think of those. How did you do that? Try those same things. And if possible, think of 3 things. This is one thing that I told some of my friends, and it helped them. This is one of the technique I use. 3 success stories from your past, right? Whatever they are in your mind, whatever those 3 biggest success stories in your life, and come up with some things that what did you do to overcome those challenges and you were successful. Find a pattern, what worked, and use that again this time. So I'll use an example here. I won't share my friends because I didn't take permission or anything, so I'll share my own. For me, one of the biggest success I consider is back in 98, 99. So first year, so in India, there's something called, it's like SAT. So my first year score was okay. And second, I somehow decided to do the second time SAT. Here, the SAT exams in the US, with that you can get admission in very good colleges. So the same concept happens in India. So initially I didn't want to, but second time I did that, and I'm so glad I did that. That changed my entire life's trajectory. And when I say that, I really, really do mean it, because in India, if I went to that school, the college, the first year, I probably wouldn't have a job yet, and my life would be like, living as a housewife in a small town in India, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that, but that is a life I knew it won't make me happy. That's not me. And here, by doing whatever I have done, last 20 years, I worked in a corporate world, and the life coaching, the midlife transition coaching that I am going to do now officially, which I have been doing for a while already, but I'm going to do officially, is making me so happy. Seeing people happy, that I can make a little contribution to that. So anyway, long story short, so there I saw I had some formula for myself what worked. I had this, you may have heard this thing called burning the boats. So what it is I did not focus on anything else. My focus was, it's fearless. I didn't care what other people thought. My validation was only me, myself, what I'm believing, what I'm thinking. And I believed in God back then also. And there were a couple of other instances and the big successes that I would call in my life. And I drew the pattern that, okay, this is what is going to work for me. 2-3 formulas. You don't even need too many. So find out 2 or 3 biggest achievement. Find out 2-3 formula that you used. You'll find a pattern, because we all work with a pattern. And your pattern and my pattern could be very different based on the life you have experienced, based on what you have done. And now, even in this time, use this same pattern. For me, like right now, what I'm doing with this channel and the coaching, and I have a lot of other things planned, my number one rule is, do not look for external validations, because there is enough people in this world who will be naysayers. But that's my rule. That may or may not resonate with you. If you believe in yourself and you just keep going, the world will turn, people will turn, and people who are not, let them do whatever they want. You have to make space for the new, so the old things that does not serve you anymore, that fades away. And that is important for success, right? So one is that, don't look for external validations. Everything is between you and God. Am I making a difference in people's life? It's important for me. And this is something new. This was not that when I was doing the SAT type of thing, because I was only 18 years old then. So you can calculate my age now with that. Anyway, so it did not, at that time, I think my thinking was not as in a bigger scale, what really makes me happy. And the definition of happiness is different. At this age, what makes me happy probably was different back then. So right now, it is really, really important for me to give back. And when I give back to the society, that makes me most happy. So every time when I make these videos, my goal is to how to add value in other people's lives. So I even though I don't prepare for these videos, my goal is always to add a little value, if I can, in each and every one of these videos. And thank you for being vulnerable, adding the comments and things like that. So because I want to make this channel more really very, very effective for people, where they can it can reduce some pain and suffering in the world. And share with other people if there are, and if you think they might find these videos helpful in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, again, don't go beyond 2-3 rules, because then it'll get complicated. Find 2 or 3 success stories from your past, and find 2 or 3 rules that you have applied. Look for those patterns. Those are your formulas, and that is what can get you again in the success zone, right? We always dwell between these two states, the high frequency and happy zone, and the sad and the low frequency zone. And once you find out what those are for you, you will be living more in here, right? And that is the goal. Everybody in the world, doesn't matter they're Buddhist monk or the pastors in a church or a Hindu priest in a temple. Everybody is looking for that happiness, and that's what they're doing. The Buddhist monks are also going 24 hours of meditation. It's that enlightenment, feeling good, right? That's what people are all chasing for. Um, and people get it, but the difference is like how long we live here, how long we live here, right? And it's possible to be in a better state. And I learned by doing it. I learned by doing it because in the last about a little over a year, the things that I have been through, and some of this, um, you know, I have been through this kind of situation. This was probably most extreme. I have been through this kind of situations in life before, and one of the reasons I also started capturing it this time, I'm like, I have done this type of thing many times, but this will also help me in the future, and hopefully this becomes someone else's survival guide. And these are the things I said earlier in the videos. You would see if you go back to any of my videos, I don't know, 4 months ago, that that I hope it's become someone else's survival guide, because it sometimes it's all about drawing the pattern. We all go through it in life. I'm not alone. We all go through it, this kind of so many different stories that we all have. And that's what I say sometimes, that it is worth sharing all 8 billion people's story, because you never know what will connect with you. Sometimes they have this saying that when somebody says something and they'll be like, it struck a chord with me, meaning what they said is resonating with you so well that you feel like you're living that life, and that is what is going to help you. And sometimes that help can be somebody completely unknown. You might connect with that person's message so much that you might be going to those seminars, trainings, temple, church, but you may resonate with this little some video. Because in my case, my first biggest resonating thing in this journey in the last little over a year was from this random 5 or 10 minutes meditation that I heard from Inside Timer app, which is still a shock to me this day, and I wish I saved that. So you never know. So you just gotta keep listening to stories, people's stories, and share your own story. Because when we become vulnerable, when we share our story, then other people also share their stories with us, and then we find things that connects with us. So yeah, just and look for because today's message, I really wanted to drive that home, is that look for that positive message in everything that is happening, and it will become a habit. Trust me, for me, it didn't happen on day one. This is one of my affirmation that I'm doing for at least 3 months, and I have like 15 affirmations. So you guys, I don't have to do all that. You do what works for you. But because I do these affirmations in a way that really resonates with me, and my affirmations I attach with my body parts. And if you're interested, I'll share this someday again. I used to share the concept, excuse me, in some of my prior videos, because that way it's easy to remember the affirmations. Because I had like 5 affirmations, and I used to forget it. But then when you attach it to the body parts, not only you can remember even like 15 or more affirmations, it kind of becomes a living and breathing thing for you. And it's a concept that I have never heard anywhere. I just mixed and matched of different things that I learned from different people. And I came up with this, and that has been an amazing help. So again, look for that positive seed. It's hidden down there, and if you keep looking for it, you may not figure it out the first day, but you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out, and when you figure it out, that's when you will find one of the formulas that will take you from here to here, here to here, no matter what happens in life. No matter what happens in life. And then life can be magical. And some people will think you're crazy because, like, your life, you have all this stuff happening and you're saying that you're happy. How is that possible? Maybe you're lying. Let them think whatever they think. Doesn't matter. It's only you. Everything is between you and the higher power, you and God, or if you don't believe in God or anything, you and the universe, you and something else that is there, that makes sure that there is that bright sunlight after that dark night. There is this all this Mother Earth, the trees, the blue sky, all of that. We don't make it happen. There is something out there. Even if you don't believe in God and the universe and all of that, there is something out there that is making it all happen, right? So there is you and that's it. There's nothing else. I mean, you have families and friends and all of them. However, it's you versus you. It is always you versus you, meaning we can be our biggest cheerleader or we can be our biggest critic. It's for us to choose who you want to listen to, right? So no matter what coaches or mentors or whoever you have, you can be your biggest coach, meaning 24/7 you are with you. Even if you have a mentor or coach, you don't get that much time with anybody. Even if you have an exceptional relationship with your partner, you are not with them 24/7, but you are with yourself 24/7. And the other version, the critic version, is also there, but it's up to you to listen to this, not listen to this, because this is what will take you to the higher frequency zone, right? Okay, so with that, let me finish the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm gonna head to the gym sometime. I don't know if I want to go now. I might look at my plan for today, and depending on that, I will head to the gym. I might try to make some of the one-day challenges today, probably more than one at some point, because people are telling me those are being helpful. And again, to remind you, if any of those, if you find is helping you, I would highly encourage you to continue to do that for 3 days. Continue to do that for 3 days and let me know how it helped you in the comments. And if you find those are helpful, share this with your friends or coworkers or family, whoever you think might find those helpful. And if you are coming here often, and if you can encourage your friends or family or coworkers to watch the videos and subscribe, please do that, because I'm really trying to help people where they are in this journey that I was in, because I know that life can be very dark. At the same time, if we keep walking, even when we don't believe that there can be a light at the end of the tunnel, you just have to keep walking. Light, you not only will see the light, you can see the very bright light that you have never seen before, and that can happen in midlife. I'm a living proof. So anyway, thank you again for always coming and watching my videos and adding comments, giving thumbs up, and whoever is sharing, a special thank you to you guys. I wish who they are who are sharing, but you guys keep sharing every week, so I really deeply appreciate who you are. Probably you know who you are. Of course you know who you are who are sharing this, so special thanks to you guys. Okay, take care. Bye.